Jai Sri Ram, friends. How are you all doing? So happy to be here talking about we are celebrating in Bharat Mark about our Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav. Okay? Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav. See how we are doing it is by talking about those freedom fighters whose story is never told. You may not even know them. You may not even know them because nobody told you about them. And they are the people, we are going to talk about. And guess what? Okay, there are a lot of them, but today we are going to talk about Tiruppur Kumaran. Okay, and before going further, folks, please go ahead. If you are here for the first time, please go ahead and like the channel and subscribe it. And guess what? You doing that will help us a lot, and comment and ask any questions. And especially now with the situation, when we say Tamil Nadu, many of you will think, Tamil Nadu never fought for freedom, because you had guys like Ivera Periyar. You know that guy? His name is Ramasamy. And he was one of the flag bearers of the, agents of British, who wrote to British not to give freedom to India. So you will think of those guys. They are the same DMK which is ruling right now. Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. They are all the followers of those guys. They are all the people who will come to your thoughts. But I can say you and assure you, Tamil Nadu played a major role in Indian independence. But guess what? Okay, we had a very little share in the history books to talk about it. Okay, because many times there was no educational minister from south and those kind of things. But we are not going there. Let's talk about Tiruppur Kumaran, the freedom fighter, who who born on 1904 and lived till 1932. 27 years he lived. But you know what? Absolutely, yeah, he was murdered because of the freedom fight during the, I will not say call him murdered. He was a Balidani of the, what do you call, the freedom fight. Many people gave their lives, for freedom, because freedom never comes free, folks. We have to sacrifice. And one of such hero is Kumaran, Kodi Katha Kumaran, what we call in Tamil. Okay, Kodi Katha Kumaran means the one who never gave up on the flag. Why it is important today, folks? Because our Prime Minister is talking about Ghar Ghar Me Tiranga. But you have to know this person who was brutally hit by the British. Ordered by, see the guys. They were all our Desi guys, Indian guys who hit them, but on the order of British. Okay, why did he fight? Where Tiruppur Kumaran was born? He was born in a place called Tiruppur, which is in Erode district today, folks. Okay, and he was from a very wealthy family and never expected to go for freedom fight. But you know what he did? Okay, folks, I will say you, if you never hear this story, you have to hear this story, folks, because absolutely your heart will be touched. Okay, so stick around, and if you have comment here saying Jai Bharat, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. Okay, Tamil Nadu is a Sanatani Bhumi. Tamil Nadu is a nationalist place, nationalist soil, folks. Okay, don't ever confuse it with this Dravida gang that is ruling today. Okay, which is looting the temples, and where agents of British don't even consider them as a main face of Tamil. This is my request to you. Okay, and guess what? Tiruppur Kumaran was, he was called as Kumaran Mudaliyar. Okay, because he belonged to the Mudaliyar community, which is a Vaishya community. Okay, and he came from there, and absolutely he was an incredible person. He was just 27 years old, and at that time in the protest, okay, in the protest, Mahatma Gandhi, Gandhi was arrested in Bombay. and to oppose that, there was a huge demonstration across Bharat, folks. And during that time, in Tamil Nadu, you know, as led by Kumaran, he had an organization called Desa Bandhu Youths, okay, and which attract thousands of youngsters like him, and they all were ready to fight for the nation, okay. And guess what? They came and they were taking a protest, okay, against the atrocity of the British. And at that time, British had put a rule that you cannot carry the Indian national flag, okay, which was a national flag then, and you cannot carry it, folks. It is an offense. It is a sedition against a ruling dispensation. But you know what? Kumaran was so gutsy. Kumaran was so gutsy, and he took the flag. He took the flag that was opposed by the British, and he started parading with hundreds of youths in Tiruppur, okay, in the Erode district of Tamil Nadu. And when he was going there, and guess what? And when he was going, the British forces contradicted him. They conflicted him. And today, you may not be able to realize it, because today British, the whites in the UK are the face of humanitarian cause. But when they ruled Bharat, when we were slaves for them, they were anything but humanitarian. Okay, and guess what? When he was going with the Tiranga, Kumaran was going with the Tiranga, okay, and he was brutally hit. And guess what? He didn't had any head cover. He had a cap, a nationalist cap. But the police hit everybody, but he got caught in the middle of the beating, okay. And guess what? Everywhere he got hit, and it was like one man against multi people. And you know what? The best thing that happened was, Kumaran, when he was hit, he never left the Tiranga in the hand, folks. That's what it is. That is why this is a story of a hero. Okay. Now, why our Prime Minister Modi? It is a fantastic nationalist program, folks. We all need to get part into it, take part into it, and make sure, no matter which part of the world you live in, Har Ghar Tiranga, folks. Because in your home, you better keep the Tiranga. No matter which part of you are in Antarctica, get the Tiranga. Make sure your profile has a Tiranga, as Modi ji says, because this is the one that raised the feelings in our youngsters, the nationalism, feeling of nationalism, to fight against the enemy who was occupying our country, who was looting our country. And guess what? When he was beat up, when Kumaran was beat up, and they thrown him away on the ground, on the banks of the river. They thrown him away and gone, because they know he will not become alive. And by the time the family and other friends got him, he was almost half dead. But you know what? Next day he died eventually. But that is not the thing. His hand was raised. And he had the Tiranga in the hand, folks. He had the Tiranga in the hand. He never gave up. That is why in Tamil, he is called as Kodi Katha Kumaran. Kodi Katha Kumaran. Folks, that means the one who saved the flag. He not only saved the flag, he also gave up his life for the flag. Okay, on the year of 1932, there are hundreds of thousands of heroes, folks. Next to your home, from your village, from your town, they all gave their life so that you and me can breathe the freedom, air of freedom. You and me doesn't need to be slaves to the invaders. You and me can sit in any place we want, because in those days, folks, if you had to sit on the roadside, you need to have a pass. If the white guy comes, you have to stand up. That's how it was. But thank God, heroes like Kumaran fought. There are hundreds of thousands of unknown heroes because, see, our history has been kidnapped by Gandhi and Nehru family, who just took everything as if they got the freedom for all. Yeah, they would have worked. But are they the only one who worked for the freedom? No. Hundreds of thousands of people gave their life, but their names are not in the history. But you have to understand, they never lived or died for getting the name. There are some families who lived and died for becoming the next ruling party as an agent of the British. But thank God, there were some real heroes because of whom we could get the freedom. Okay, this is the moment for us to say thank to incredible freedom fighters like Kodi Katha Kumaran. And you know what? Later on, the government, after a long time, in fact, his the government, see, 2004, the government announced his death as a national holiday, because they wanted to celebrate it after a long time. Can you believe that his wife was a young widow? He was a married person at the age of 27. And guess what? She went through the whole kind of cruelty that people were going through, and the government never supported her, and she didn't even get the pension rightfully what she deserved for the freedom fighters. All those things are very, very sad stories, because in this country, whomever ran the business on the name of freedom had the position. Whomever ran the business on the name of freedom had the power. Whomever ran the business on the name of freedom had the money. But the real heroes were left alone, like Kumaran was on the banks of the river. Just like that. Nobody to take after, nobody to look after. By the time people came to see him, he had the hand. His fist was never down. He had the flag holded in the fist, and he is not going to let it go. And what a great hero he was. But you know what? There were a lot of traitors in the, because there were hardly 10,000 plus British people ruling the millions of Indians. Why? Because there were traitors inside. See the police folks. They were not white. They were our own. They were brown, okay, or black, whatever you want to call. But you know what? They were the one who attacked us because they wanted to please their boss and get increment and get promotion. Okay, thank God, not everybody was like that. Like the hero Kumaran, who we call in Tamil Kodi Katha Kumaran. Kodi Katha Kumaran means the one who saved the flag, one who always holded the flag, who never let down the flag. Folks, you have to know about them. Our history books may not say about it, but please watch this video and share it with as many people, because it is time. We are celebrating our Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav. These are all unknown heroes, folks, who gave up their life, who gave up everything they had for the freedom of this nation, so that you and me and our brothers and sisters can take the breath of fresh air or freedom filled air. You know what? Thank God for them. Thank God for Kumaran. Hope you loved this story of Kumaran. You know what? Hope you enjoyed the story and inspired by the story. And this is why our Prime Minister told Har Ghar Tiranga, Har Ghar Tiranga. Please go ahead and make sure your profile, your what you call your home has Tiranga, folks, because this is the one. This is going to rise our emotion. Thank God. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Comment here, folks. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Because you are hearing the story of the hero. Hope you loved it, enjoy it. Please comment and share. That means a lot. Okay, because our people, our children need to know the story of these kind of heroes. And guess what? One more thing. If you are here for the first time, do know that Bharat Mark is running free Sanskrit class. Okay, so that your children can learn Sanskrit. There is no age limit. You can learn too. It's a free course, because still we don't protect and promote Sanskrit and Sanskriti, our Desh and Dharma cannot survive. Okay, please make sure to enroll and support us for the Sanskrit class. And also do know, we do at Bharat Mark, we take pilgrimage trips, because we believe for you to be a practicing Hindu, you need to be connected with the Gai, Gita, Ganga, and Gayatri. Okay, this is an endeavor to take pilgrimage. So you can message us to +16479644790. It's our WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp us and ask any questions you have. Okay, and also we do pujas, havans, and you can become part of it, and also subscribe to our one dharmic message every day, in the language of your choice, by sending a WhatsApp to +16479644790. Folks, I also do know about our membership program by becoming a member to Bharat Mark. Okay, now you can become a practicing Hindu very simply. Go through this, and for any question, WhatsApp us. We are here to service you all the time. Okay, let's talk about the heroes who are unnamed, buried in the history. Okay, that's our goal. In the time of Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav. Har Ghar Tiranga. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.